Let's talk about who we might lose, though. There's a certain person in the front office, okay, that you and I have both talked about before as maybe somebody that should replace Joe Schoen. The guy that a lot of people have very high thoughts of, and that's assistant GM Brandon Brown. Well, the Raiders have officially asked for permission to go ahead and interview him. Now, he interviewed last year with the Panthers and the Chargers, so it's not his first, not his first go around here with these interviews. Now, usually the first year when you go around for interviews, you don't get one. But if you keep getting interviews, eventually, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get one.
Yeah.
So this should be concerning to the Giants. They already lost Ryan Cowden, the senior advisor to GM Joe Schoen, to the Patriots this offseason because we literally let him out of his contract, didn't get a damn thing for him. And now we could potentially lose the assistant GM of the team as well. This coming off the first good draft that Schoen has had in this time period. And when I say good, it was a great damn draft class. Don't get me wrong. But after he failed the first two miserably, to lose two of the top people that he would listen to.
Scary.
That's very scary. That's
in the first round. The Giants take Dart.
Listen, there's been rumors about that already. I think it's all BS. I think it's people trying to rile people up. But listen, with Schoen, I never feel like I have a good idea of what he's going to do. And Brandon Brown, like I said, he's very well thought of in the NFL circles. Beyond just his time with the Giants, he's also spent 5 years with the Eagles front office, which again, we hate the Eagles, obviously, but we got to give it to them to a certain degree because they've been a successful team for the last decade or so, and he was part of that 5 years in the Eagles front office, including time as their director of pro scouting, which is definitely one of the top front office positions there. So yeah, like I said, we're going to lose him eventually if we don't give him the job ourselves. And if we lose him, I'm going to be. It's got a fan. He should have fired Joe Schoen flames for me.
100%.
Because it's like we could have had somebody who I do think will be a good GM in this league, and instead we held on to a guy that we shouldn't have kept around any longer. Point blank. And like I said, I don't know if this is the job. I don't know if this is the year we lose him. But I do know I'm going to be pissed if we do lose him. That's all I know. So.
Hopefully it's a wake-up call when Shane's gone next year. And hopefully, we have time to keep what's his face around.
What's his face?
Yeah.
Way to make him seem important to the team.
Yeah.
Who's McCall? Brandon Brown is a guy that, like I said, if we do fire Schoen at the end of the year or midway through the year at that point, then John Mara's like, I'm done. I've had enough. I've seen this enough. Then maybe that's why. Maybe that's why this we held on to him for one more year is to get one more year of seasoning for Brandon Brown and move on from Schoen and give Brandon Brown a chance to be the GM then. But again, if we lose him, if he takes a job with the Raiders and we lose him, I'm going to be so pissed, especially because there's a lot of reports that for some reason Ben Johnson is interested in the head coaching job with the Raiders. And a lot of people are giving it up to the Tom Brady effect, which I don't get. I'm sorry. If I am going to be somebody who wants to be a GM or a head coach, and this is the same advice, again, I give to Brandon Brown in this scenario because he is in that scenario where he's going to be interviewing. But take the interview, by all means. Interviewing gets your name out there. It's a good spot here to do. Let's say, hypothetically, the Raiders offer you the job. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have much of anything. They don't have a top pick because they won a couple of meaningless games. They're like us last year.
Yeah.
And you're in a division with Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert, with Sean Payton and Bo Nix, who definitely exceeded expectations. And, by the way, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Arguably the best duo, coach quarterback in the league since Brady Belichick.
Yes. And again, I never want to be the fan that hopes that the guys don't get a job. Like I want people that are in the Giants organization to succeed. I want people to succeed in general in life. Like I don't want to be the negative guy and that puts negativity out there in the world. But if I'm Brandon Brown, that's a job I take the interview on. I thank them for the time. I take it as the learning experience that it's going to be for him. and I move on. And it's like I said, it's not for selfish reasons. It's for the fact that that's not the right position to take. That is going to be such a hard road for whoever takes it. And the Raiders have already proven that they don't have any ability whatsoever to show any loyalty to somebody they hire. And that's an issue. That's a big issue right there. So,
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.